There is a viewer who is very close to me because the two of us often text and call each other to talk about everyday life. Recently, she opened up to me about money problems at home. She said it feels like her wallet has a hole in it lately. Her salary still comes in regularly, but the moment she receives it in one hand, it has to go out the other. First, her motorbike broke down in the middle of the road. Then household appliances started falling apart. After that, a family member suddenly got sick. It was one unexpected expense after another, like money just falling out of the sky. After listening to her, I asked whether she had been cleaning or renovating her home recently. She told me that because her apartment is small, she had a few wooden boxes built to store shoes under the bed. But according to Feng Shui principles, placing shoes under the bed like that is considered a major taboo. No matter how much money you earn, it will all slip away just as quickly. It is no different from throwing your own money out the window. If you are also making this serious Feng Shui mistake, then today's video is for you. I am going to clearly explain how it affects both your finances and your health, and at the same time guide you on how to clean and reorganize your shoe cabinet properly according to Feng Shui in order to restore your wealth and good fortune. Now, let us get started. To understand why storing shoes under the bed becomes such a serious taboo, we first need to look at the concept of spatial division in the three powers system: heaven, humanity, and earth. In a home, vertical space is traditionally divided into three levels, each corresponding to a different energy field. The area above the bed belongs to heaven and represents thought and clarity of mind. The middle level belongs to humanity, where human life force resides. The lowest level, closest to the ground, belongs to earth, representing support and stability. The bed sits right at the boundary between earth and humanity, acting as a bridge that allows us to receive earth energy, meaning energy rising from the ground, to restore our vitality after a long day. In Feng Shui, the space beneath the bed is considered an important energy corridor, similar to blood vessels in the human body. An ideal under-bed space should be open and unobstructed, so energy can circulate continuously around the body. However, modern architecture, with its strong focus on physical convenience, often turns this empty space into storage. When you push shoes under the bed, the natural layering of energy is completely disrupted. Instead of receiving pure supportive energy rising from the ground, the person lying on the bed is forced into direct contact with blocked and stagnant air currents caused by clutter. This can significantly weaken financial decision-making. By nature, shoes carry what Feng Shui calls polluted energy and moving energy. They are associated with dirt and constant movement. That makes them completely opposite to the purity and stillness required in a sleeping space. On top of that, shoes accumulate large amounts of negative energy from polluted places outside, such as hospitals, garbage areas, or muddy streets. Trapping all of that chaotic energy directly beneath the sleeper's back creates a serious disturbance in the surrounding energy field. When the airflow under the bed is obstructed, it builds up into stagnant, polluted energy that directly invades the spine, which in Feng Shui is considered the body's dragon vein, the central channel of vitality. This energetic contamination is the deeper cause behind weakened decisiveness, making it difficult for wealth to accumulate and causing money to disappear because of invisible troubles. When the space under the bed is crammed full of shoes, the energy beneath it no longer circulates and begins to stagnate. This stagnation happens quietly, but its effects are very noticeable. So, how exactly does it impact your wealth, your health, and your family? Let us look at each consequence one by one. The first consequence is its impact on wealth and career. The first and most serious consequence is the dissipation of wealth and stagnation in career growth. In Feng Shui symbolism, shoes represent action, busyness, and movement. In contrast, the bed is the ultimate space of stillness, where life force is restored. Placing shoes that have traveled across all kinds of terrain, from polluted areas to places heavy with negative energy, directly under the bed creates a clash between movement and stillness. According to the principles of 8 mansions Feng Shui, a bed stuffed underneath with shoes embodies chaotic energy. When dusty and polluted energy from shoe soles accumulates beneath your back, it creates invisible pressure on the spinal axis. This is not just a physical issue. In body Feng Shui, the spine is considered the dragon bone, the main axis that governs willpower and decisiveness. Once this energy axis becomes contaminated, the homeowner gradually loses sharp judgment, frequently makes poor financial decisions, or misses valuable business opportunities that slip into someone else's hands. The most visible result is uncontrolled financial leakage. Money disappears not only in large projects, but also vanishes through small daily expenses and unexpected troubles such as broken appliances or unreasonable fines. On the path of career advancement, the presence of shoes under the bed creates spiritual obstacles. You may work extremely hard, yet your results are undervalued. You may frequently encounter petty individuals who cause trouble, or find yourself tripped up by vague, hard-to-define problems. This is the manifestation of a blocked life path, where stagnation under the bed turns into stagnation in your real-world career. The second consequence is declining health. The second consequence, quieter but even more devastating than financial loss, is the depletion of vitality and contamination of the body's energy field. In Feng Shui, the space under the bed is considered the energy reservoir of the bedroom. Once it is filled with shoes, objects that carry dust and germs from the outside environment, the resting space transforms into a nest of negative energy. According to Feng Shui principles of energy movement, the shoes you wear every day come into contact with all kinds of contaminated surfaces, from public restrooms to muddy ground. They accumulate the dusty currents of the outside world. When placed in the enclosed, damp, and dark space under the bed, this polluted energy cannot escape. Instead, it begins to rise and directly invade the body of the person lying above. During deep sleep, the pores and the body's energy channels tend to open in order to exchange energy with the environment. Instead of absorbing pure energy for restoration, your body ends up absorbing this polluted energy, leading to mental fog, chronic insomnia, or anxious dreams. From the perspective of the relationship between Feng Shui and physical condition, the presence of bacteria and mold on shoes is the physical manifestation of harmful energy. Dangerous strains such as Escherichia coli and Staphylococcus aureus that cling to shoe soles can disperse negative influence in the form of fine dust. When the airflow under the bed does not circulate, these harmful energies surround the body, weakening the immune system and contributing to long-lasting respiratory issues. This creates serious harm. You lose the protection of positive energy while being constantly attacked by polluted energy, leaving the person sleeping on that bed in a state of exhaustion and dull appearance, with no medicine able to truly help unless the root cause, the blocked energy beneath the bed, is resolved. The third consequence is damage to family relationships. The final consequence, and the spark that can shatter peace in the household, is emotional distance and the emergence of aggressive fire energy. In advanced Feng Shui practice, the bedroom is considered the chamber of stability, a place that requires absolute purity to preserve and nurture the bond between spouses. Turning the space under the bed into a shoe storage area means you are bringing mixed and moving energy into the very place that requires the most stillness, creating silent yet intense energetic conflicts. At the same time, shoes symbolize movement and social activity outside the home. When they are tossed carelessly beneath the resting space, they create a subconscious signal of intrusion and distance. These chaotic energy currents cause the mind to focus outward, creating dissatisfaction with the present reality. This can open the door to the appearance of a third person or outside relationships quietly slipping into a marriage. Because shoes represent going out, placing them under the bed symbolically pushes marital connection out the front door. Especially serious is the situation where shoe tips particularly sharp high heels, point directly toward the person lying in bed. This configuration is known as fire attack energy, a highly aggressive form of harmful influence. These pointed tips act like energetic arrows, shooting directly into the owner's energy field throughout the night. The immediate result is a shift in temperament. Family members may become more irritable, quick-tempered, and prone to conflict over the smallest issues. This is the direct impact of sharp, piercing energy disrupting the mind, eliminating tolerance and replacing it with ongoing tension and arguments. So, if you want to keep your wealth stable and avoid unnecessary troubles, you need to reorganize your shoes according to a clear principle. By doing that, the energy field of the bedroom can return to a calm and clean state, and your family's overall fortune can gradually stabilize. First, return your shoes to their proper position. The most favorable location for shoes is the white tiger position, which is the right side of the door when you are standing inside the house, looking out. This arrangement is based on the principle of left green dragon, right white tiger. The green dragon position on the left represents auspiciousness and nobility. It is where pure energy resides, so it must be kept absolutely clean. In contrast, the white tiger position on the right carries the quality of suppression and control. Since shoes are items that carry a great deal of polluted energy from the outside world, placing them in the white tiger position allows you to use the guarding force of this direction to contain and restrain negative influences, preventing chaotic energy from penetrating deeper into your living space. The foundation of this arrangement follows the rule of using stillness to control movement and using strength to neutralize harmful forces. The white tiger position naturally carries strong energy. Placing shoes there helps transform polluted energy into something subdued and controlled, keeping the flow of energy at the main entrance purified. This is a Feng Shui technique of borrowing strength, turning an item filled with mixed energy into a tool that guards the doorway and protects the prosperity of the homeowner. When you place your shoes correctly in the white tiger position, you are essentially setting up a natural energy filter that allows wealth to enter your home smoothly without being contaminated by dusty outside influences. Second, cleanse the bedroom with smoke purification. After reorganizing your shoes, you need to perform a room cleansing to completely eliminate any lingering traces of stagnant energy that may still cling to hidden corners. In Feng Shui, this method is called neutralizing harmful energy with positive energy. It involves using herbs with strong positive qualities, such as agarwood, soapberry pods, or cinnamon twigs, to restore the natural order of life force. These herbs carry extremely strong uplifting energy. When burned, their smoke can penetrate deeply into the space, breaking apart and dissolving stagnant currents that have been frozen in place over time by long-term clutter under the bed. The cleansing process must strictly follow the rule of moving with the natural flow of energy. Start from the deepest corner of the bedroom and gradually move toward the door, working from higher areas down to lower areas. Most importantly, guide the smoke deeply into the space under the bed, where stagnant energy tends to concentrate and cling the most. The warmth and fragrance will help awaken the positive energy that has been dormant. When these herbs are properly activated, they act like a beam of light, sweeping away dark and heavy energy. Performing this cleansing regularly helps maintain the energetic health of the household. Once the space under the bed is purified, energy can circulate smoothly again, keeping the homeowner mentally refreshed and naturally attracting good relationships and smooth progress in life. Third, use Feng Shui objects to activate prosperity. Once the space under the bed has been cleared of shoes and stagnant energy, it becomes an ideal empty energy zone ready to regenerate prosperity. You can place auspicious objects there to transform your resting space into a magnet for wealth and peace. The first powerful item is the 5 Emperor coins. This is a string of 5 ancient coins from the most prosperous reigns of the Qing dynasty: Shunzi, Kangxi, Yongjing, Qianlong, and Jiaqing. The strength of the 5 emperor coins lies in their ability to gather heaven, earth, and human energy, carrying the vibration of golden eras. When wrapped in red cloth and placed under your pillow or beneath the bed, they create a protective network that helps lock in wealth, prevent financial leakage, and dispel any remaining harmful energy after cleansing. In addition, using a gourd-shaped vessel made of wood or ceramic is a refined choice for those who understand Feng Shui. With its small opening and wide body, the gourd functions as a spiritual tool that absorbs and transforms unhealthy energy. When placed under the bed, it quietly draws away negative influences that cause fatigue, while strengthening the emotional bond between spouses, helping them achieve energetic harmony. Rose quartz or amethyst crystals are also considered stones of peace. They can neutralize conflicts arising from earth energy and create a gentle energy field that soothes the body's energy channels, guiding the homeowner into deep sleep and restoring mental clarity for important decisions the next day. The box should be kept closed and placed at the center beneath the bed to attract unified energy. When the intention of prosperity is nurtured even during sleep, prosperous energy gradually accumulates, allowing business opportunities to come to you naturally and sustainably. In summary, the empty space under the bed is the foundation that supports stability throughout the entire home. By restoring openness to this area, you are actively re-establishing order in the energy field that nourishes you every night. Every living space reflects the inner state of its owner. When the space under the bed is clean and light, sleep becomes deeper and more peaceful. With proper rest and a clear mind, financial decisions become steadier, and wealth flowing into your home grows stronger over time. If you have any questions about how to arrange your living space to attract wealth and maintain good fortune, leave your thoughts in the comment section so we can discuss them in upcoming videos. Goodbye, and I will see you next time.